Welcome back to American Agenda. People are looking to the president now more than ever for critical information, for reassurance, and in the case of the mainstream media, for headlines. The crisis has put the White House under the media's microscope, with some members of the press using every opportunity they can to criticize the president, which brings us to our tweet of the day. In response to a CNN article bashing President Trump for suggesting sunlight could be used to treat coronavirus, one of our guests tweeted today, "There they go. Sunshine is the next target of the left-wing media, just as I predicted." Is the media unfairly going after the president? To weigh in, let's ask our A-plus panel for the day. Radio hosts Simon Conway and Phil Valentine. Quinnipiac, by the way. I'll get to that in just a second, because we knew, Phil, when we came to you.
What flavor?
That's your favorite flavor. What? That looks like Haagen-Dazs?
No, I'm in Nancy Pelosi's kitchen. Michael Moore's eating all the Jimmy, so all I got is Haagen-Dazs.
That's a fancy refrigerator you have there.
This is Rocky Road Recovery. I think it's Nancy's favorite flavor.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and who paid for it?
The taxpayers probably. I didn't pay for it.
That's what I'm guessing. That's what I'm guessing.
Simon, you need to step up your backdrop there.
Yeah,
I'm good with the family and my coffee here.
I think Simon has a real background. I think Phil is finally gone in and decided, I'm going to get this green screen. I can be anywhere I want to be.
Is this fake news?
Nancy Pelosi, Nancy Pelosi's kitchen, we're next, I could be anywhere.
Well, let's kick it off, though, as you're eating your high-priced ice cream, which, by the way, good taste in ice cream. Let's talk about the media. The president did say something that kind of, as they say, he wasn't really staying in his lane again. But, of course, the media overreacted again.
Yeah, I mean, now, Big Sunshine is the next big victim from these folks. They went after any drug. He talks about anything. He didn't say drink Lysol yesterday. He didn't. All he said was, let's look at some things that are actually, there was a report from, of course, our government lab that said that UV rays kill the coronavirus in about a minute and a half outside. So if that's the case, oh my gosh, then why don't we look at ways to kill the coronavirus with UV light? It makes sense to me. And there's already a blood thing where they run your blood through UV light to kill infections. Right. So that's already out there. I don't know whether we're not trying.
Yeah, I think it's been used for Lyme disease, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So, Simon, what do you think? Are people being too harsh on the president and the media?
It was used in 1918, by the way, for the Spanish flu. It's probably not politically correct to call it the Spanish flu, especially as some people want to say it comes from Kansas, of all places. But it was used in 1918. I don't know why everybody's so shocked about, I'm going to steal Big Sun, Phil, by the way. I like that.
Well, gentlemen, let's go ahead and look at these polls. Quinnipiac published a new poll showing what a Trump versus Biden matchup would look like in some crucial swing states. So let's go ahead and start with Florida. In Florida, President Trump earns 42%, while Biden leads narrowly with 46%. And the matchup is actually closest in Wisconsin, with President Trump at 40% and Biden at 43%. Phil, we'll begin with you. What are your thoughts?
Sounds a lot like 2016, doesn't it?
Yeah, and point well taken. But I was thinking about this, Phil, because that's the natural thing. The difference is when there was the election, we don't know this time whether there will be, there were independents running that took 5.7%. Now, if they don't have that this time, would those polls be more concerning?
Well, I don't think polls are even close to being right at this point in the game. I mean, We're in the middle of a pandemic and people aren't really paying attention to this kind of stuff. I think what's going to happen is after this is all done, we're going to do a postmortem on what went right, what went wrong. And I think you're going to find out that the president did a lot right. When everybody else was talking about come to Chinatown and there's nothing to worry about.
Who was saying that? Who was saying that?
That was Nancy Pelosi, kitchen here. So I think, and I'm not blaming her for saying that, because a lot of us were going, well, this is not going to be that big. We don't know. But what they take is they take the information of today, they flash back 2 months and say, oh, look how stupid Trump was. Well, you can do that for anybody at this point. So
Simon Conway, we owe you one there. We'll get to you. And Phil Valentine. Enjoy the Haagen-Dazs. I like their Swiss chocolate almond, by the way, if you have any of that. More of the coronavirus coverage after this.